master of craziness.
Ah, I see. I got
Yeah.
it. All right. Well, please be seated. Welcome to the show. This is Sunday Morning Mass for April the 5th, 2020. I'm Lou Gallagher, and that guy getting a text
I
message
Corvette
is
Ronnie.
Corvette Ronnie.
Thank you.
Ronnie, you're in seclusion again, I see.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a I'm somewhere in the universe.
Somewhere. Well, if you didn't know, Ronnie and I normally do the show from his garage. I'm sorry, his studio.
Studio.
Right. And normally we're together in the same room, but because of COVID-19, we find ourselves at different locations, sheltering in place.
I have to tell you though, I was quite pleased that I don't have to back my Corvette out into the rain.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, oops, hold on a second. Let me turn these.
All right. Yep.
We are live, so we
Okay.
got that going for us.
Which is nice.
Yeah, which is nice.
So let's talk a little on COVID-19, Ronnie, and what we've seen this week take place and how it affects everyone's lives.
And it looks like, and I've been watching a little bit of Dr. Phil. He's actually doing his show from home also. And there are a couple theories why it's not really going crazy in California yet. And one of them is that, and where it is in New York. New York is a little bit off the hook. I think I heard this morning something like 2,500 deaths. But New York is much more population dense. And so it's much more easily spread. Plus it's colder and the viruses can live longer when it's cold. The heat tends to take its toll on the longevity of the virus. So out here in the West where it tends to be a little bit warmer, not today though.
No.
The virus has a tough time hanging around surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
So
has that been scientifically proven that it does not survive in hot temperatures?
That's no, but that is this was from a doctor who's doing, he's working in a emergency room in New York. And that was one of the things that he speculated the reason why. And it could also, and I don't think this is the reason, but could also be that maybe Californians are doing a little bit better job of sheltering in place. I know that when Vicki and I go out on her lunch hour and walk down to see, we have some bald eagles at the end of our street. When I walk down to see them in the afternoon, there's still plenty of people out and about. Mm-hmm. So there's good social distancing. Nobody is getting too close to each other, but there's a lot of people using the trail and checking the eagle out. So who knows?
Well, I could tell you from my standpoint, a mandate came down from our corporate offices suggesting that we do not have customers in our store. I work at a welding supply store. And so we're doing business out the side door. It seems a little hinky.
That's way better than doing it at the back door.
Yeah, we could do that as well. But, the credit card machine doesn't quite reach all the way to the door.
Oh, God.
So that hasn't been thought out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny observing people. We have the side door area where you walked in kind of cordoned off. And people, for whatever reason, they just want to walk right by it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like velvet ropes.
Right.
It's like a bunch of welding equipment kind of blocking your way there so you can't go through. But people want to. It's kind of like, it seems like old guys always want to get in the back of the store. They always, they always want to go in the warehouse.
Yeah. I've been in the shop before when they had the pig feed a couple times. So I've been there.
Yeah.
And I believe that I walked right through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. I walked around the store a little bit, and I kind of ended up in that one corner of the store a little bit, but the opposite corner from where you would go to get back to the warehouse.
Right.
I was on the other side.
People just want to get back there and see what's back there. It's like, can I follow you? No, you can't follow me.
Do you work here?
Do I have to put an employees only sign? Oh, and that's another thing too. you know, where I work, there's lots of gases in chemicals in what it's called as a fill plant. And so we have these cylinders that are filled with gas, and they're extremely heavy. You can't pick them up. You have to learn to roll them. Someday
I'm pretty strong. I can pick one up.
Oh, I don't think so, Ronnie. We have a guy named Mondo who works for us, and I call him Mongo.
Look at that.
Guns out. Sun's
Look
out.
at that gun right there. Yeah, I can pick one up.
So you have to learn to roll them on the bottom, and there's kind of a trick to that. But there's a sign right there on the gate that says employees only beyond this point. And yet people think they can just follow in behind you. Like they need to follow in behind you to be certain they get what they need.
Well, and you know, it's funny because, well, absolutely. I don't think people realize how flammable. I mean, can't weld with it if it's not flammable.
That's right.
But I know when I fill up my propane tank,
right,
there's an orbit station down the street that has reasonable propane. And so I go there, but you're never really sure exactly. The guy will tell you, okay, just wait back by your car.
Right.
Because I start to follow him out to the valve.
Yeah.
He's like, no, just wait by your car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm just making sure he doesn't need a hand or anything. But
I really enjoy the guy that says, tell you what, while you're pumping that, I'll get out of the way. I'll go over here and have a cigarette. No.
Yeah. Please don't.
No. In fact, I'd really prefer if you turned your engine off on your truck too, sir.
Yes.
That would be helpful. Or the people that come in for propane and they park on the complete opposite side of the plant, on the opposite side of where the propane tank is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's helpful also.
You know, if you want to carry it that far, that's fine, but I'm not. I'm not going to carry it all the way over there.
Well, and they're not that heavy when they're empty. They're a little bit heavier.
The way back, it's plenty heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So coronavirus, we're all dealing with it in our own little way. You know, far be it for me to get on a soapbox and tell you what to do. But if you have elderly neighbors in your neighborhood, be sure they're okay. Whether it's just writing them a note or maybe leaving them something nice on their doorstep, a gift card, whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that seniors are the only ones that are affected by this. Obviously, it affects all ages. But honestly, keep an eye out for one another, okay?
Yeah.
Make sure you're in contact with a person every day or two. It's amazing, simply amazing to me to watch this all unfold, Ronnie. Never before in my life in any of our lives for that matter, have we witnessed something so devastating.
Well, you were around for the 1918 flu, weren't you?
Yes, I was, and I did not get my flu shot that year.
That was the Spanish flu. It was in 1918.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Hey, let me check in with people that are here so far.
All right.
Jason holds the distinction of being first in.
What does he get for that, Ronnie?
A laurel and a hearty handshake.
That's going to be hard to produce.
I stole that from Blazing Saddles.
Oh, okay.
And then Jimmy Fast. Sasha's here.
Slow-mo.
Rick is here. Rick Clemenson's here.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Rick. Good morning.
Dustin, who is Lou and Ronnie Fan 500. Juno, Anon. Matt McGrew, my buddy. We decided we're going to be best friends.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Randy Brazil, Rave Writer, Real Fendernick. Wow, that's a new one. Welcome, Real.
I don't see that one.
That is right under Rave Writer. And then there's Otis. Let's see. Roxanne is here. I'm here.
Are you sure?
I'm here. I feel like I'm here.
Okay.
Yep. That's a pretty good turnout.
Okay, so I got that on my phone now too.
Oh, very cool.
So I've got the chat. Ronnie, in thinking about our show for today and preparing and such, one of the things that I was considering is with this pandemic, with this shelter-in-place order, what is that going to do to Fen treasure hunters?
Honestly,
the springtime is coming.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect that at all because you want to talk about social distancing. You're allowed to do things within your family. So if your family wants to do something, and have a picnic, a lot of times when we go out to see the eagles, we've seen blankets with families on them having a picnic out near where the eagles are nesting.
Oh,
and that's
those
perfectly
eagles.
acceptable.
Okay.
Yes, the bald eagles. Yeah, not the Philadelphia Eagles
No,
or
I
the
was
El
thinking-
Camino Eagles.
Don Henley.
Or those eagles either. Yeah, those are the third most popular eagles in my life right now. But you're allowed to have close contact with your family members because you live with them. So it only makes perfect sense that if you're willing to take that chance in your house, you're going to take that chance on a picnic blanket also.
Hey, Jason writes in the live chat, mentions subscribing to our channel. Yeah.
Oh, boy, please.
If you're watching us now and you haven't subscribed, I got to say, what in the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, there's some kind of scab. You're some non-union guy.
Yeah. We don't need that.
No.
Nobody got time for that. Subscribe to our channel right now in that way, and click the bell too. YouTube watches that carefully, and they have click-through rates and all this sort of thing. But the most important thing is when you click the bell, you get notifications each time a new show comes on. And in the next couple of weeks, there may be some variance to our schedule. In fact, we may have to do a Saturday morning mass.
Yes, definitely. April 25th, I think, will be a Saturday show.
And see, you're going to miss it if you don't get a notification. There's chances are good you'll miss it. So subscribe to our channel, damn it, and click the bell. That way you'll get notifications. All right, so we don't think it's going to have much of an effect on the Fen treasure hunting. How about this, Ronnie? The most popular thing sweeping the nation right now, what is it? You tell me, Ron.
Toilet paper?
I didn't say wiping the nation.
I would say it's Tiger King.
Tiger King. Yeah.
Yep.
It's all the rage. I watched 2 episodes last night, Ronnie.
Did you?
I did, the first 2. You guys don't know this, but we're very good close friends with Sasha and Jason, if you haven't already noticed.
Yeah.
And to the point that we have a group text, and we all are on there just about every day. And I keep saying that this group texting is so funny. It is so funny. It's our best funny lines. It would make for a great YouTube show, honestly.
There's so many memes on there every day.
Yeah.
And I crack up. I don't know where Jason gets them. Jason has the best ones. And every time I read one, I have to make sure I don't have a drink in my hand, that I spit it out, because they are some pretty funny stuff.
All right. So the big talk on our group thread has been the Tiger King. And so, Ronnie, are you prepared to give us your impressions of this particular series?
Yes.
I'm not in a position yet.
So, and in fact, well, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but I saw last night, I believe it was Sasha, said that it's very possible that they will do one more episode of Tiger King, because I've watched the whole thing now. It's only 7 episodes long, and each episode is only less than an hour typically. Yeah. So they're not super long. They're just about right. But I just felt like the very last episode left a lot of loose ends just dangling. And so they did not tie it up very well. I don't know if anybody here was a Breaking Bad fan, but they did a really good job of tying up every loose end and bringing it all together in the final episode. They did not do that on Tiger King. I just feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions yet. So if they do put in one more episode and tie up some of those loose ends, I'll be much happier. But the thing that bothers me about this is it's supposed to be they're pitting the animal activist against these couple of zoos that are kind of exploiting wild animals, particularly lions and tigers.
And ligers.
And ligers. And bears. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
But the animal activist, who is Carol Baskin, and I say that with as much hate as I possibly can, she's exploiting them also.
Yeah.
So I mean, even the person who is against these two, and I think the whole deal is, Joe Exotic, he's got completely off the rails with his hatred of her.
There's the understatement.
And so it's not surprising that, and you know what? He is very good. He's like a reality TV. He was made for reality TV.
Oh, for sure.
He might be related to the Kardashians because he is full of drama. As soon as that camera turns on, I mean, this whole persona just takes over. That is, he's always got a little bit of that in him, but it just flips on 100%.
Okay, so good morning to Melanie Dodson, who's becoming a regular viewer of the program. I can't say how much I appreciate that. My wife and I watched last week's episode. We do that on Sunday nights. We watch the show.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of it because I watch it with the chat version so that I can see what people are saying, right?
Yep.
And last week we talked about porn and masturbation.
Well, not when you say we, you mean you.
Oh, suddenly it's not our show anymore. Suddenly it's on me. So embarrassing. Sorry, Melanie, you caught us on a weird time. I mean, we don't regularly talk about that stuff, but it came up because of the quarantine. Oh, right. And also, follow-up story. I'm okay for my quarantini last week. I'm okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, because I was a little concerned about that.
Yeah.
It might have been like a lethal cocktail.
So let's see. Melanie says, Sledneck, I have not seen Tiger King. Feeling like I'm not groovy.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I felt too, Melanie. That's why I watched 2 episodes last night before today's show, so I could be a little groovier. You know, because I'm hip with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
God
you got to be. Yeah.
I'm hip with the kids, yeah.
Sledneck,
people say to me, you wouldn't say hip.
No. No, of course not. No.
All right.
Sledneck wants to know about he wanted to know if I have Corona because of my new hat.
That looks like one of those hats Organ Grinder Monkey wears. Oh, Ronnie.
So you're saying this isn't a hat then?
No, it's not a hat. It's a mask, for God's sakes, man.
Oh, well, my father-in-law brought me like 6 or 8 of these, and I thought they were hats. I wear hats quite a bit.
I know, you do.
Yeah, well, I guess I can. If it's not a hat, I guess I can take it off.
Ronnie's hat is upside down, says Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was either I was not sure if it was a hat or a yarmulke, but I went with hat. So.
Good choice, Ron. Good choice. All right. We lost an important person in music yesterday. Bill Withers passed away.
Yeah. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone.
No. Yeah. You know what? When the doctor told him that he didn't have long to live, he said, I know. Too soon, Ronnie? Too soon?
I feel you. I'm feeling you, yeah.
You know, one of his best songs was Lovely Day. Lovely Day, Lovely Day. It's a great song if you haven't checked it out.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm familiar with it.
During cocktail hour last night, we always do cocktail hour at the Gallagher compound. And so we played all 3 and one other Bill Withers song that's not so well known. But, you know, you go back and you listen to that and you think, man, that is pure soul.
His voice was just, it really was. You know? It was coming from somewhere deep within him.
If there was ever a time for the song Lean On Me, it sure is now.
Yeah.
No truer words ever spoken. Ronnie, last week I said that there was a possibility that I was going to shave my my beard.
Yeah.
And I even had the clippers out here to do it. But the time never, and I don't have them this week. And there's a reason.
Because you're liking the David Letterman look. You know, if we got you a Ball State sweatshirt, you could pass for David Letterman.
Okay. And glasses. I've been doing the show without glasses lately. I don't know. I guess I don't have to read as much. Anyway, so my mustache trimmer, you know, it has just the regular bar on it, and then it has like a clipper end that you can use.
Yeah.
So last week on Sunday in the afternoon, I was kind of trimming a little bit in this area like this, and I was using it just bare without the clipper end, and I thought, oh my God, my eyebrows are out of control. So I went, and then I realized I don't have that clipper end on there.
Uh-oh.
I shaved off my whole eyebrow. And I was sober.
It looks good, though.
Thank you.
It looks good. Yeah.
I don't think you can
It's
tell
a good look on you. Yeah.
All right. So you may or may not know this, but we had a request for a woman's hoodie. Something in a feminine type color. We have a young lady by the name of Donna Kelly, very pretty lady, married to my good buddy Jimmy Kelly. And she wanted a hoodie that would work for a woman. And there you have it right there, my friends. There is a gray hoodie with a pink logo. And these are now available. Donna has the very first one. We could also do this in a black hoodie with a pink logo.
That would stand out.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ronnie said yesterday in a text message that would pop.
Yeah, that would pop.
So, ladies, if you'd like to get your own Men Are So Smart hoodie, we can do that for you. They're $39.99. $40 as a round number. And you can purchase them very easily by going to PayPal. And the address is paypal.me/DustErica. It's below in the description. When you go there, in the notes, tell Dustin, who is actually Lou and Ronnie Fan 500, what color you would like, what logo color you would like, what size you would like, and we'll ship it to you for $39.99, free shipping in the USA. We now have them for women as well, so check that out. All right, Ronnie?
Hey, something that Copper Dan just said, and I don't know if you were aware of this. He was looking at he learned something new last night. The decal on his MASS sweatshirt, it's glow in the dark.
No way.
Did you know that?
What shirt is that?
He's got one of the hoodies.
Oh, he's got a hoodie.
Yeah, he's got a hoodie. Remember, I think he sent us a picture of it.
Well, maybe
Dustin, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Dustin can comment on that.
Yeah, glow in the dark.
Copper Dan sent us one where he was wearing a mask. Was that the picture?
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
So glow in the dark. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, that's we need to charge more then.
Well, and safety first. We're thinking about
That's it. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If you want glow in the dark, that's an extra $5.
Mailbag time, Ronnie. You ready?
Okay.
Mailbag.
Yes.
Dear Lou and Ronnie, love your show.
Okay, I'm with them so far.
This is from Master Joe 3000, and he lives in Sacramento. And he writes, what happens if Lou goes crazy in isolation and knocks off a 99-cent bargain store and spends all the money at the 7-Eleven next door on Slurpees and Hostess ding-dongs? Would Ronnie get him out of jail? Maybe leave the back door open for him? So, Ronnie, would you bail me out of jail if I went crazy in quarantine? Knocked off
as far as you know,
store?
As far as you know, sure. Yes.
Can I drop your name?
You know what? It's so funny because we have a new sergeant. I worked yesterday and we have a new sergeant, but I worked with him a while ago. He used to be in homicide. And when I had a K-9 for the sheriff's department, they were good at finding guns. So he took me out where his homicide suspect said he had thrown this gun, and we used my dog to look for it, which we didn't find. I think the dude was lying because my dog could find guns easily. Probably one of the easiest things for her to find. Anyway, So I had worked with him quite a while ago, and we were commenting every other week. We get an email, and it lists everybody in the department that is retiring or promoting or switching from, one jail. They're rotating out to patrol. Anytime you transfer in the department, you have to have a new code because that's how payroll gets it. And so they broadcast that list every other week. Well, I was telling him, I very rarely know anybody on the transfer list anymore. I can look at that list of maybe 50 names, and I might recognize one name. If somebody got promoted to captain, I probably worked with them. But other than that, I don't know hardly anybody in the department anymore.
You're so freaking old.
Yes, yeah. And some of them I probably did know at one time, but I've forgotten who they are because of my, age, the state of my dementia. So it's different when my mom's house got broken into about a year ago, and deputies responded. I didn't know a single one. And they have me down there. So when they pull up my mom's address, they have me as being a, law enforcement, a Sac sheriff. And everyone goes, "So you work for the department?" I go, "Yeah, I actually used to work right here in this area." Huh. And they're all kids.
I wasn't even born yet, officer.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all, and a lot of them were not born when I got hired. So
what you're saying is you wouldn't bail me out?
I could probably bail you out.
I'd be flying high on Slurpees and Ding Dongs. That's never a good mix.
But I do watch a lot of Judge Judy, so you're going to have to sign a few things before I bail you out.
All right,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Ronnie. All right, here's a new feature. You've probably seen this on social media the last couple of days, where a person will pick 6 bands that they've seen, but one of them is a lie. Okay?
Yep, saw that.
So we'll do this right now. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first, Ronnie?
Sure, you can go first.
All right. 6 bands that Lou Gallagher has seen. One is a lie. You're going to have to pick which one. Here we go. Whoops, my phone just went dim. Aerosmith. Have I seen them? The Rolling Stones. Beach Boys. Pink Floyd. Eagles. Van Halen. So quickly, I'll go through them once again. On the live chat, pick out which one you think I have not seen. Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, Beach Boys, Pink Floyd, Eagles, Van Halen. Okay? So now, Ronnie, while you're getting yours ready, I'll go to the live chat.
Okay.
Let me switch over to that. Here we go. Oh, wow, I've missed a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, which one? Sledneck says, I'm sorry, yeah. I said, I took Keith Richards fishing once, says Sledneck. Really? Christopher Robin, good morning. Christopher Robin says Beach Boys was the band I did not see. Vicky, your wife, says Pink Floyd.
Oh.
Rave Rider says Beach Boys. Lori James says Pink Floyd. Why are y'all thinking Pink Floyd? Well, is that too psychedelic a band? I mean, they do perform live,
I have my own. I'll wait to give my pick. My guess on which one you haven't seen.
All right. Matt McGrew says Lou, Beach Boys. Jason Dent says Van Halen. Okay. A couple of more guesses. Anybody else want to get in before we reveal what my band was? Okay. Ronnie, go ahead. Who do you think I have not seen?
I don't think you've seen Van Halen.
Is there a reason behind that?
I'll give you my reason after I give you my list.
Okay, fair enough. I just can't remember Pink Floyd being close. Well, I saw Aerosmith at the Cow Palace, so I traveled the distance for that one. That was the loudest concert I ever saw in my entire life. Honest to God, Ronnie.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. And I'll tell you the story about that show. I was on the floor and everyone was standing. Nobody was seated. And there was this guy in front of me, and he was so drunk, Ronnie. And
How drunk was he?
I'll tell you how drunk he was. He was swaying back and forth. And I thought to myself, if this guy goes down, he's going down backwards. And he's going to land right on top of me. And I'll be a son of a gun if he didn't pass out. And it was during Sweet Emotion. And I actually heard his head hit the cement. It hit so hard, Ron.
Oh,
over the music.
Yeah, that's an ugly thud when that happens.
Okay, so let's see. Is anybody else? Copper Dan says me and Jason are going to win. Okay. Otis Magoo says Tiny Tim.
You've seen him, though.
Actually, I met him.
Did you?
Yeah. He came into the studios one time when I was at FM 102.
Oh, God.
Wow.
There's something wrong with him. Kids don't do drugs.
Unless he's just playing a character role. There's something wrong there. From what and this was years ago.
He never comes out of character. That is him.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you who my pick was. Should I, or should we do yours?
Go ahead and because I'm curious.
Okay, of those bands, the band that I did not see, Pink Floyd.
Oh, and they were in town here. Honestly, they played at one of those things at Sac State. They played at a Day on the Green type thing, whatever they called it at Sac State, though. They had like 4 or 5 or 6 different bands there.
Ronnie, have you ever seen a Pink Floyd tribute band?
I have,
because I know you love to do that. Yeah,
we saw them at it's called Three Stages, and it's on the campus Folsom College. And it was amazing. And they were licensed to use all of Pink Floyd's album covers and all of the art that they use, that Pink Floyd uses in the background during their songs.
Oh, wow.
And so it was amazing. And man, they did not miss a beat. It was absolutely incredible.
Like Led Zeppelin again?
It was a lot like Led Zeppelin again, where they had all authentic instruments and amplifiers. It was crazy good.
Okay, so I have answered now. Wow, I thought I would not have picked for you, Matt. Diptoe Through the Tulips, Pink Floyd. Sasha was right. Sasha had Pink Floyd. Okay, yep. Ronnie, you're up. 6 bands. One of them is a lie. Who have you seen?
Okay. The Eagles.
All right.
Tom Petty. REO Speedwagon.
Okay, I know that one.
Foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Hagar.
Mm-hmm.
How many is that?
5.
Ted Nugent.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I can't remember if I saw Ted Nugent. That must have been a good concert.
I think you'd remember.
Yeah. I'd still have hearing loss.
Yes, your ears would still be ringing.
Cat scratch fever.
Da da da.
We used to play that, remember? Now
we did play that, yes.
All right, so now Ronnie has given his list of bands, and your job is to determine which one of those he did not see.
Yep. I'll go over them. I'll go over them real quick again.
Eagles.
Yep. Eagles. Tom Petty. REO Speedwagon. Foreigner. Sammy Hagar. Ted Nugent. Yep.
Okay, I think I know who it is.
Copper Dan says Ted. Christopher Robbins says name him again.
You just did.
Eagles. Tom Petty. REO Speedwagon. Foreigner. Sammy Hagar. Ted Nugent.
Okay.
Okay.
Make your picks now. Which one did Ronnie? Oh, I got to tell you a great Beach Boys story. I think you might know it, though, Ron. Not sure.
Yep. Jason and Sasha both think Sammy Hagar.
Mm-hmm.
Lori James thinks I haven't seen Tom Petty.
Mm-hmm. Otis says
Otis.
Bob Seger.
He's right. I haven't seen Bob Seger. I would love to, though. Let's see.
I've seen the
Christopher
Silver
Robbins
Bullet
says,
can.
Christopher Robin thinks I haven't seen Foreigner, and Real Fendemic thinks that I haven't seen Tom Petty.
Vicky says I actually like Ted Nugent at Memorial. Was he at? Oh, it was before Ronnie and I met.
Yep.
Interesting.
Boy, I've thought of another band I should have thrown in there too.
Too late.
But yeah, we should have had 7 bands.
Oh, now you tell me. In retrospect, okay, great, Ronnie. Thanks for that.
Seeing the Beach Boys in a restaurant is not seeing them in concert.
No, it's not even close. All right, Ronnie. I think that's what we got there. So I think I know which one you didn't see.
Okay, hit me.
Tom Petty.
Oh, I saw Tom Petty.
God dang it.
I saw him at the old Arco Arena.
Ted Nugent.
I did not see Ted Nugent.
I knew it. That's what I should have gone with.
Yeah.
Dang it. I knew it.
And I had opportunities. I had an opportunity to go see him. Some people from Carmichael Honda all went.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have gone when I was working there. And for whatever reason, I don't know if I was working someplace else or something was going on, but yeah, I didn't go. In hindsight, I should have.
That I haven't seen that I really want to see, Steely Dan.
Well, yeah, you won't be able to see the whole thing. There is a tribute band that I understand is amazing, and it's called Stealing Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to be very, very good.
I just love that funk jazz funk sound that they have. It's so distinct and so unique, you know?
Yep.
And so versatile. I mean, they do all kinds of genres.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I've seen Sammy Hagar, I think at least 3 times. We saw him I saw him at the Cow Palace way back when. I saw him at Thunder Valley, and we saw him do a concert in downtown Roseville on the plaza.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen him 3 times.
Okay,
and
so
he's great.
Ronnie and I saw Beach Boys together last time they came through Sacramento.
Yep.
And we enjoyed that. The one thing that you've got to understand about that band now is there's one guy who's 70 and the rest are about 25.
Yeah, they should call it the Beach Boys Boys.
Yeah.
Because they're all sons and cousins of Beach Boy members. So most of them are still somehow, the bloodline is still there.
Whoops.
But there's only Mike Love, and actually Al Jardine played with them last time we saw them, which was kind of a treat. But those 2 don't get along that great. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the last time they show up together anywhere.
Did you want me to tell that story about the Beach Boys that I had, the experience that was such a bad experience?
Yes.
All right. I'll probably get in a lot of trouble because last time I played a Beach Boys song on my radio show when I was Facebook Live.
Yeah.
They
got shut down.
They shut it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Love.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll tell you, this was years ago when they used to do concerts up there in the Olivehurst area. What's it called by Yuba City there?
Is it Toyota Amphitheater?
Yeah, something like that. But at the time, it was just a gully and a stage put up, and there were no seating or anything. It was all lawn seating. And I was there to introduce the band on stage. So a little bit before they were ready to come out and perform, they had me come out stage because they like to talk to the guy who's going to introduce them. And the reason for that is because they have a certain special way that they want to be introduced. Some people say Grammy Award winning. Some people say 35 hits and blah, blah, blah. Well, they had their special way of being introduced, and they wanted to make sure I knew that. And they just belittled me.
Oh, God.
They were drunk. They were making fun of me.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I was thinking, really, to the guy that's going to bring you on stage, that's probably not a really good idea.
Right.
And the last thing they said was, now get out of here.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's pretty classy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
super classy.
it left a really bad taste in my mouth for many, many years. And I wouldn't, well, other than my radio show, I wouldn't play a Beach Boys song for any amount of money anywhere I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
until you and I went and saw them again. And we didn't go backstage,
Right.
but they did put on a hell of a show. And
I'll tell you what's really the most amazing thing to me is all of their songs are between 2 and 3 minutes long.
Right.
And they played for 2.5 hours straight with very little talk between the songs.
Which was good.
How many freaking songs did they do?
They must have done 60.
Easily. Yeah.
And they had plenty of them.
Yes. Yeah. And you recognize every single song. So they really did an amazing job. And it's not like they're coming out with any new songs.
Right.
They don't need to. Yeah. Nobody wants to hear, whenever we go hear a band, God, I'm trying to think who we just saw. We just saw somebody. Oh, I saw Tower Power.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And Tower Power, I love them. In fact, they were the very first concert I ever went to in 1972 was Tower Power. Saw them at Freeborn Hall, and I fell in love with them. That was the type of music. I love that funk like you're talking about, and I love the horn section. Really amazing.
What Is Hip is a great song nobody knows about.
Yeah, What Is Hip? Down to the Nightclub.
You're still a young man.
I just got chills. I just absolutely got chills thinking of that. I love that song. So anyway, we just saw them last summer. And what did they're trying to sell a new album. So what did they do? They play some of their old stuff and some of their new stuff. And their new stuff is fine, but it's not what anybody goes to see Tower of Power for.
Yeah.
If you want to hear their new stuff, buy their new CD, just play the old stuff. Everybody would be happy. Yeah. So, and that's what some bands do. They're trying to promote a new album. And so they intermix too much new stuff with the old stuff that everybody paid to see.
Well, maybe mix in a single, the one song you think is going to be a single.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. If you have something you think is going to be a hit, by all means, throw it on there.
Yeah. Because when a person hears it in concert, it's different than just hearing it on an 8-track tape.
From studio. Yeah. I still have an 8-track tape. I have an 8-track tape recorder, no less.
Oh my God. I remember those.
Yes.
You make it. Oh, hey, Ronnie, would you make me a mixtape?
I could do that. Yeah.
That'd be personal.
The hardest part though, is you have to time the music because it all has to fit it has to fit up to the last track. So on the fourth track, you may end up with 3 minutes of blank tape at the very end because you couldn't find a song that was only 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. So yeah, there's a little bit more of an art to making a mixtape back in the day.
And they didn't really have fast forward on those 8-track tapes.
No.
So.
You could switch tracks, but that was about it.
Hey, Ronnie, I got an idea.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What do you say we do our Mantasy draft right now?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This week, based on life as we know it in today's world, let me get back. There we go. Our Mantasy draft topic today will be 3 things you have to have in your home to shelter in place. The 3 best things you have to have in your home in order to shelter in place properly. Okay? You got your list made up?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So now the way that this works is we do rock, paper, scissors to determine who goes first. You can go first or you can defer, which means that you will end up going second, but you'll get 2 picks. Okay? Give me a minute to get inside your noggin.
I'm blocking your thought waves. Oh crap! I didn't bring the trophy in either. Damn it!
That's 2 weeks in a row, Ron.
It's gonna have to be a virtual trophy.
Now stay tuned because right after we do our Mantasy draft, we're gonna have a visit from Roniak.
Ooh, that's mystical.
Yeah, all-knowing, all-seeing master of time and dimension. The amazing Roniak will be in. So stay tuned.
Yes, don't want to miss that.
Mantasy draft. Here we go, Ronnie. Rock, paper, scissors. Here we go.
Hold on. Here we go. Oh, crap. Yeah, you got me.
I knew it.
You got me.
I was in your head.
I was for sure you were going to throw a rock.
I threw paper last week, and that's why I thought, I'll throw scissors this week. All right.
Yep, you got me.
I'm gonna call your bluff, Ronnie, and I'm gonna defer to you so that you'll go first. Because
Okay.
I'm thinking you're not gonna take my number one pick, but then I'll get 2 picks in a row.
Yep.
So you're up. Go.
So, hey, look what just showed up. I don't know if you can see
trophy.
this at all. Trophy's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Trophy's here. All right. So
cool.
Now we can do it. So I'm going to say numero uno, most important thing in my house, food.
Okay. That's all encompassing, I guess. Does that include the escargot that I want to get so badly?
That would be more of a luxury item, the escargot and the caviar.
You can't have that when you're sheltering in place, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay. The cops could come to your door.
Yes.
That's something I've seen as a meme, and I can't help but comment on that. If you're caught out and about during shelter in place, they can arrest you. However, there's not enough room in the jails, so so that the prisoners don't get coronavirus, they're going to let people out of jail. But they're going to put the people who aren't sheltering in place in there.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It doesn't make any sense to me. But okay,
no.
All right. I'm not in charge of prisoners.
Yep.
Ronnie, okay, so you have said food as your number one pick. I'm going to go with toilet paper.
Oh, yep. That was going to be my number one. I was thinking about that, but I think I could live without toilet paper longer than I could live without food.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Ronnie. I'm going to go way out there on this one.
Okay.
And I have my own feelings, which I will not go into. But I'm going to say my gun.
Yeah, that's right where I was going to go.
I'm looking at the camera very seriously right now. Look at.
Yep. I was going to do that. So your deferring worked, I believe.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ronald McDonald, you get 2 picks.
So I'm going to say my TV.
Ooh, that's close to one of mine. Okay, so you've got a TV and food.
Food, TV, and then my internet connection.
Damn it, Ronnie, that was mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
tell you what, if you need a gun, you don't need Wi-Fi. That's the least of your problems.
Well, I can chat with somebody. At least I can live chat while we're being home invaded.
Okay. All right. So, Ronnie, your 3 picks, and then I'll give my final one.
So I got food, TV, internet.
Okay.
Yep.
I have gun, toilet paper, beer.
Oh, yeah, that could come in handy. Yeah.
Okay, friends, let's go to the live chat and let's see what people are saying. Who
Copper
wins
Dan
this
says,
week?
Copper Dan says you got it.
Okay.
Christopher Robbins saying electricity, water, food. Yeah, those are all pretty important, I would say.
I thought about a generator.
Yeah. Yeah. People take utilities for granted. That's absolutely true. Jason says I win.
Sasha says I win.
Okay. Oh, there's some drama in that household right now.
I bet you.
They're at opposite ends.
They don't often disagree.
No, they don't. Let's see. Lori says I win, and Lori's never wrong. She's hit it right every week, pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't have the stats to prove that, but I feel like it.
Ronnie is of the belief that if he thinks it's correct, then it is. It must be. If he says it's true.
Sasha says gun trumps it all. It kind of, yeah.
That's why I went into that one. I don't have it out here in my garage. I thought about that too, but that would actually require one more step in this coronavirus extravaganza for me to have it out here. And we're not at that point now.
No, not quite yet.
Lou and Ronnie fan 500 says Ronnie today.
Woo! Yeah, he's
Hoodie
not
says
wrong.
Lou with beer. I think it's Lou by a couple at this point, Ronnie.
Yeah, it's pretty close, but I do think you got me.
Rick
so
Clemenson
far
says Lou.
Yeah. Well, Rick's not wrong often. He got it wrong today. Sorry, Rick.
Bullets are important too. Yeah, I know.
You know what? I found out that just pointing a gun, even if it's empty, has pretty much the same effect.
Trust me, if I cock that Glock,
yeah,
you're going to know what's going on.
Yep.
It's loud enough. That should scare you away right there.
Yeah.
I always tell people, Ronnie, look, if you're going to break into the Gallagher compound complex, here's the thing. There's 2 deadbolts and a keyed lock. Then you're going to encounter a pit bull. And then if you get past those things, I got a surprise waiting for you.
Yes. Yeah. Those are the least of your worries, honestly.
Right. And believe me, you're not getting past the dog.
Yeah. So I have an old Browning 25 auto, and it's very small. You can hide it. Where's my camera?
Right there.
You can hide it within the palm of your hand. It's so small. And so I will take that out sometimes and just carry it with me, especially if I'm driving my Corvette, like to the gas station. I'm always just a little bit worried that somebody's going to try to carjack me or something while I'm at a gas station. So one of my buddies at the sheriff's department, he worked at the range for about 3 years. And he said, "You're never going to kill anybody with the 25 auto. That round is just about worthless." I said, "Trust me, if I point this at somebody and it goes pop, 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 the last thing they're going to do is keep running towards the sound of the pop." It doesn't matter if you're freaking Superman. You're not running towards the sound of a pop. You're not going, "Wow, that only sounds like a 25. It doesn't sound like a 9mm. So I think it's safe to continue on."
I remember one time, Ronnie, Teresa and I were sitting out in the backyard enjoying a beautiful afternoon, right out of the side door by my bedroom. And she saw a rat on the other side of the yard run across the fence. And she goes, "Oh my God, that thing is huge. Get your gun." to shoot a rat?
Yeah.
Do you know what a mess that would make?
Well, yeah. And so, I don't know, do you remember Greg Schulman?
Sure.
Yeah, Greg Schulman, he was a football player, and he was my roommate through college, 1 year through college. He and I roomed up together. And his parents lived over pretty close to the American River. And he was at his parents' house, and he said, "Hey, it's noon, and there's a skunk in my parents' backyard. And it's like running around in circles." I said, "Oh, that freaking thing's rabid."
If it's out during the daytime, it is.
Yeah. I said, "You better call animal control or something." He goes, "Well, here's the deal.
Oh boy.
I've already shot it one time." He had a Colt Trooper, a 357.
Oh my God.
He says, "I shot it." Yeah. He goes, "I don't want animal control to come over here and find this thing with a bullet hole in it." But he goes, "It's not dying." And so he goes, and I had a little 22 rifle.
I remember those.
And yes. And if you shoot these 22 shorts, they're only about this big and they barely make a pop. And so he goes, "Can you bring your 22 over here and finish the thing off?" I go,
Ronnie's House of Guns.
"I can do that." So we went over there and we did, and it had a scope on it. And I finished the thing off with one shot, and it barely, I can imagine if you shot that 357, every neighbor in the within a mile is calling the sheriff's department saying, "Somebody's shooting a gun."
Yep.
So, but that little 22, no worries. He should have just called me right off the bat. I would have taken care of it.
All right. Well, thanks to all of you who are on the live chat today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we have to do this, though. I think this has to go to you today.
Oh, right. Okay. Hand it under the screen. Yep. Okay. There we go. There, I got it.
There it goes. Okay.
Over here.
Yep.
There we go. All right. Thank you.
Got
Ronnie.
it. Okay.
Through the magic of YouTube. Okay. So, Ronnie, let's see what people are saying in the chat room. People are out of money and out of food, says Sasha. They are looting grocery stores in Italy with coordinated gangs of people. I know. Partially the problem is because the banks are closing and they can't get money out.
Yeah, I don't see that happening here.
Well, it would not be a bad idea to keep a little money on hand.
Yeah.
I know that we're doing that. Just a little extra money here and there. Okay. Let's see.
Might be bad when the stimulus money is gone, says Sledneck. Yeah, I'm not getting that. So.
Yeah. Okay, Ronnie. We should all be so lucky as to have that problem.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Trust me. Okay, so Ron, would you please step out of the picture for just a moment here? Because we need to have a special guest stop by. And while he's getting ready, and looks like it looks like he's ready. He's coming into the shot now. We're just waiting here for. There he is, the amazing Roniak. He's all knowing. He's all seeing. He's a master of time and dimension.
Thank you.
Roniak, thank you for coming in this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, now Roniak is a psychic, if you will, and what he's going to do is he's had a jar with envelopes in it outside his front door for the last 3 weeks.
Yes.
It's a mayonnaise jar, and the contents have been certified by Funk and Wagnall.
Yes.
What Ronnie will do is he will take the first envelope. He will touch his jewel. Oh, that jewel. Okay.
Yeah, this jewel.
All right, got it. And
can't touch the other jewel on live.
All right, can't touch this. And he will ascertain the question without ever seeing. Now, Ronnie, show us the envelopes, please.
There they are.
Okay, now you have never seen the contents of any of these envelopes, right?
Of course not. Of course not.
On the outside of the envelope, it will have a couple of things, and in the inside, it will tell you what those things are. Does that pretty much sum it up?
That is correct.
All right, Ronnie.
Yes.
If you're feeling it, I'd like for you to do the first envelope.
Can you hand it to me virtually?
Yes, I can. Hold on one second. Here we go.
Okay. All right. All right. I see it. And I have it.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right. Who knew?
The first answer is badumps.
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 Badumps. Okay, so the first envelope. Badumps. Badumps.
Badumps.
Okay.
I don't have my letter opener, so I'm having to use my glasses, and it's not as easy. All right, hold on. Describe the sound of a sheep, a drum, and a snake when they fall down. Ba-dumps. Yeah. Ba-dumps.
Okay, Ronnie.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sure these get better as you warm up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? And it's really sad because there was one that 2 weeks ago would have been very topical and hilarious. I had to weed it out. So it no longer.
I hope it was worse than badumps.
It was a Tom Hanks one. So
do you need another envelope?
Yes, please hand me the next envelope.
I have the other envelope, and I will put it through the screen right here like this. There you go, Ronnie.
And got it. All right.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you. Here it is. The answer is spam.
Spam.
And Harvey Weinstein.
Spam and Harvey Weinstein.
Okay. The question is, name two things that will be in the can for 23 years.
Spam.
And Harvey Weinstein. I think the spam has already been in the can for 23 years.
I guess it's my job to keep the envelopes coming.
Keep coming.
All right, Ronnie, here is the next envelope for you.
This would be the last envelope, in fact.
Oh, this is the last envelope. You got it?
This is the last.
Right.
Yep, got
Perfect.
it.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the last envelope. Ronnie will give us a couple of answers and then the question.
And we're going out with a bang on this one.
I hope to God.
Oh, this is unusual.
That we can't see all of you?
Hickory Dickory Dock.
Okay, so the answer
let me just check that.
Okay, go ahead.
It is. It's Hickory Dickory Dock.
All right, so then Hickory Dickory Dock.
Yes. Where do you take your hickory dickory when it's sick?
To the Hickory
Dickory Dock.
Thank
you.
Ronnie Axe, thank you very much for coming in today. We appreciate your look into the future. And if you'll step back out and get us Ronnie, we can continue on with our show.
There we go.
Let's see.
Wow, that's amazing. It's pretty crazy watching that from the sidelines, how he does that.
He's all knowing and he's all seeing, Ronnie.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Matt McGrew says this is going to be good. Sorry.
Yeah.
Spam and Harvey. That's a good one.
I have to tell you, my Tom Hanks one was oh damn, I might still have the envelope here somewhere. Anyway, it was basically on a deserted island with Wilson.
On a deserted island with Wilson.
Yes. And then you open it up and it says, where can Tom Hanks be found currently?
Oh.
Because he was on Australia with Rita Wilson.
Yeah.
With Rita Wilson. They were quarantined. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right, Ronnie Ack, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that went over as well as the lady in the Oracle. All right. You don't know what you're going to get with Ronnie Ack. You never know.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, Ronnie, let's take a look. Do you want to do... Oh, I know. It's time. You
got idea?
I got an idea.
Yeah.
My kids used to say that. That's where that comes from. It's time for It's Like That. And that's just the way it is, Ronnie. Whoa. I have been doing radio for a long, long time. And when you do that, you meet a lot of people along the way. Can you hear that my heater just came on?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
And one of the things that people come up to me and ask me about is why we don't have a radio station that plays 50s and 60s music. So it's that way. And that's just the way it is. People who listen to 50s and 60s music are not the type of people that have cash readily available to spend.
Right.
They're normally retired because they're of that age and usually above 65 and closer to 75, I would think. And so the thing to understand is that radio is in business to sell commercials. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear any commercials at all.
Right.
And how is that a business in a capitalistic society? It's not.
God, wouldn't that be the greatest radio station ever, though? If there were no commercials?
Yes, it would. But it wouldn't last more than about 2 days.
Well, unless Mark Cuban was running it, it might last a couple weeks.
Yeah. The truth is, people who enjoy the 50s and 60s music are dying.
Yeah.
And due to natural causes, nothing specific, but they're just not enough of an audience that spends money on the products that are advertised on radio stations. And you know what I say to people is you do realize that there are music sources. In fact, you have DirecTV, don't you, Ron?
I do.
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably have this, but I have Comcast, and they have about 150 music stations
Yep.
above 900, channel 900. And if you can't find what you're looking for in that list, because it's all encompassing, all genres, and they have a channel for 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, you can go there. You can
Yep.
go to YouTube. You can go to Spotify. You can go to iHeartMedia. There are so many ways that you can get your 50s and 60s music. The catch-22, though, is these people are 70 years old, and not a lot of them are hanging out on the interwebs.
Right.
So,
yeah. But they do watch their TV. So if they, and DirecTV does have that. So you tune up to the right channel, you can get country, you can get rap, you can get new wave, you can get anything, any genre you can think of, it's on there. They literally probably have 200 stations, reggae and everything in between. So 50s, 60s, 70s, classical, big band. It really, everything's on there and it's available. I just saw something that I thought was pretty amazing. iHeartRadio, which is normally a pay per listen type app, it's free for, I believe, the next month. So if you download the app, you can listen to whatever, and for as long as you're going to be sheltered in place, you can listen to your iHeartRadio app for free.
Okay, Ron, we're at about the end of our time here. We've gone over an hour. Do you want to do which one of us is lying? Or shall we just put an end to this sucker?
You know what? We could probably just put that off. I don't know, unless anybody really wants to hear that segment.
Yeah.
We did go a little bit long today.
We are a little long.
Yep.
Okay, so look, I wanted to mention once again, ladies, if you'd like to get your very own Men Are So Smart hoodie sweatshirt, there's a picture of Donna Kelly wearing hers. That is the gray sweatshirt hoodie with the pink logo. We can make just about anything you might like. In fact, if you think you'd like to have a black one with the pink logo, we can do that as well. For men, we have them in the black with a white logo. We also have t-shirts available. We have them in gray, white, and black. The t-shirts are $19.99 each. The hoodies are $39.99 each. And it's really easy to get them, my friends. All you got to do is go to PayPal. On PayPal, the address is paypal.me/DustErica. When you go to there, you'll actually be able to, in the notes, put down what color, whether it's a t-shirt or a hoodie, what size you'd like, and you can make your payment right there. And Donna got hers in just about a week, I think, is all it took.
Wow.
And she's wearing it proudly as we speak. And for that, we could not be more grateful. So subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. We do this show every Sunday morning, almost without fail.
Yeah.
Once again, thanks to Jason and to Sasha for helping us get on this morning. We almost had
it.
Maybe next
we're
week.
Right there.
Yeah, we probably won't need any help. Subscribe to our channel. When you do, click that bell that's next to it, because that way you'll get notifications when a new show comes out. We do this every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. till when we're done. That's Pacific Coast time, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. It's called Sunday Morning Mass. If you haven't checked out my radio show, please do. That's on Saturday mornings at 6:30 a.m. till 7:30. You can listen live anywhere in the world, 1015khits.com. And we have live chat there. Ronnie's always on the live chat there too as well, Ronnie, yeah. And it's a show about cars, but it's unlike any other car show you've ever heard before. It's much different. We don't do that. My car is making this noise. Brump, brump, brump.
Yeah. Or badumps.
Badumps. Badumps. Okay. We hope you have a great weekend. We know that we're all sheltering in place, and it's getting pretty tough. But, this is what we do. Americans can always get through
we have a tendency to overcome things pretty quickly. I think once, and I have a very good feeling that this is going to be done within just another week or two, that we're going to see our line really flatten here, and they'll probably lift that ban hopefully by my birthday. My birthday is first week in May, so I'm hoping that by then everything is behind us.
Yeah, we have an anniversary, a big one coming up at the end of May, and we want to be able to get up to Lake Tahoe. We're kind of hoping that we're going to be able to do that, but you know what? This comes first. The shelter in place. It's not fun, but it's what we need to do. We need to pull together as much as we stay apart. 6 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Ronnie, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And we'll see you next Sunday morning on the next Men Are So Smart. Say goodbye, Ronnie.
Goodbye, Ronnie.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.